All right, so continuing with number 7. This is number 7 on page 70. We found our vertex. We used the vertex formula, got x, and then plugged that back in to get our y value. So we know we have a maximum. Because this is negative value, I know it's going to go down. So that means that we have a maximum for our vertex. Now we're going to find the axis of symmetry, the domain, and the range. All right, very easy to do. Axis of symmetry is just the x value. It's the pretend vertical line that goes through the vertex. It's a vertical line, and what that does is it splits your parabola into two equal pieces, if you were, or two mirror images of each other. So the axis of symmetry is at x equals 1. It's always the x value of your vertex. Very easy, very simple, because that axis of symmetry is what creates that mirror image of the parabola. All right? Your domain is, because we're dealing with a quadratic equation, right? It's a polynomial. There are no restrictions. There's no fractions in it. There's no radicals in it, and there's no logs. So what that means, logarithms. So what that means is my x values, I can have any value I want as my x value. So it's all reals. In interval notation, it's negative infinity to positive infinity. When we're dealing with quadratics, the domain will always be negative infinity to positive infinity. And then the range is based on the y value of our vertex and whether it opens up or opens down. So in this case, we know our parabola opens down, and again, it's because this is a negative value. So the range means it's going to be all the values from negative infinity up to the y value of my vertex. So in this case, we know that our parabola is going to do something like this. We haven't figured out where it crosses the x-axis yet, but that's okay because I know it's going to continue on and on and on in this direction. So it is negative infinity, and it stops at the y value of the vertex. So the range is negative infinity to 3. And that's all you need to know. All right, so axis of symmetry is based on the x value of the vertex. Domain is always going to be all reals or negative to positive infinity. And the range in this case, because my parabola opens down, is going to be negative infinity up to the y value, so up to 3. And that's it. And one last thing, I need to change this. It includes the 3, so I need to have a bracket. So parenthesis, negative infinity, 3, bracket.